All right, welcome up the ladder. We haven't seen or done anything. Every thermostat inside says 79. Kitchen unit's not running. Dining room right's not running. Dining room left is running. The only thing I know for sure is power was off to this building intermittently this morning. So I don't know whether the building was single phasing or what. So let's start with dining room, because let's just be honest, the dining room is uncomfortable. Customers are suffering. Let's see if this is a new unit, so this should be the quicker, easier solution. Let's get it cracked open. All right, compressor's cold. And our breaker's on. That doesn't mean anything. Let's open this up and get a good look at the incoming power. All right, let's roll with this again. Power on. 210 on 1, 2 to 3. 1 to 3. 1 to 2. Oh, she just shut down. I've got good voltage coming in. All 3 legs of power, good voltage coming in. She'll run if I bump her, but I have no light. I have no light on there. I do not have 24 volts. Okay, so there's a reset on the side of the transformer right there. So I reset it. Now we got 24 volts to the thermostat. We got, nope. 24 volts running to green, which is the fan. Hey, we're actually calling for cooling right now, but we're not cooling. Okay, so let's check our contactor coil, see if we just burnt up a contactor. So what I mean by that is, see that yellow wire in the back and the blue wire in the back? Those are supplying power to the contactor, which when energized should pull it in. I'm gonna have to put the phone down because I gotta see if I've got voltage at those two, and if I do, then I've got a bad contactor, which often happens when power starts getting stupid. Hang on. Do not have voltage at that contactor, right? So we do have a call for cooling. Y is being energized. It's not coming on because of a safety here. So the cooling call gets interrupted by both the high pressure switch and the low pressure switch. So the high pressure switch shouldn't be the game. Okay, so I've jumped the low pressure switch out of a hunch so we do not have a call on cooling yet. Right, I do have red to common, nope, red to common. I got 24 volts, common to green. I got 24 volts, the blower's running, common to Y. I don't have 24 volts, so it's not asking to run yet. But let's cheat the system. Let's jump R to Y. She'll run. She'll run because it's off on low pressure. So now I got to go grab the gauges and find out. R to Y. Running through the low pressure switch, it won't go. All right, I got to gauge up, see if we're actually out of gas. I don't see evidence of oil anywhere, like we've had a leak. This unit is very new. It's not a year old. So maybe the power just monkeyed with what's going on here, but it's definitely in the switch. We've proven that. Stand by. Oh, this unit is dead out of gas. Wow. That's like I can't even wrap my head around that. I can't even wrap my head around that. There should be evidence of a leak. See any oil on the coil? Unbelievable. 5 pounds of 410. We gotta find the leak. Okay, kitchen unit. We're gonna have to pull a real hoobity here. Dining room right, it's low on gas. We'll deal with that in a minute. Kitchen unit. I quoted this unit replaced by Train. It was in excess of $50,000. So we have been band-aiding this up. The fan section of the board went dead. I did a video on this. So instead, I brought the 24 volts from the thermostat and I'm just powering the contactor. Well, look at this contactor's let loose. That's our, okay. Oh yeah, see the lightning? But that's a 240 volt contactor, and I checked, we're not getting 240 volts out of the board. So we do have 24 volts going into the board, and then it's supposed to close a relay and start it up, and it ain't happening. 3-pole 24 volts. We're gonna power down, we're gonna replace this, and we're gonna switch it to be a control circuit run straight off of the yellow. Before I go through all the work, I'm going to test the control circuit that I'm correct. Again, I'm on a delay right now that the compressor is not calling for cooling yet. But this is the wire coming straight up from the compressor. It was going into the board. Now I've got it going to the control side of this 24 volt contactor, and I have the other side run into the neutral of the 24 volts. So when it calls, that should pull in. Once that pulls in, I know we are under control of the thermostat, and I'm going to power down and I'm going to replace this guy. Oi, oi. The things we got to MacGyver out here to get this thing going. I mean, their kitchen is 85 degrees, and that's affecting everything. So here's what I think's gone on with this. I think this unit, it's out of gas. That didn't happen because of a power surge. This unit hasn't been working for a while. They didn't know because that unit holds it down. And then once they lost the kitchen, now you got 85 degrees meandering into the dining room. That messes everything up. That can hold down the dining room. It can't hold down the whole building. And right now, that unit's having to hold down the whole building. Have we pulled in yet? Come on. I mean, I could be wrong. I don't think I am. I'm pretty sure. Alright, so we got 24 volts on red. No, we have 2.4 volts on red. Maybe I'm just being stupid. Yep, so we got 26 volts on red. And we're not calling for cooling yet. Bah, come on. I hate Honeywell thermostats. Okay, really weird things are happening. First stage kicked in and I pulled in. But second stage started running and I'm not calling. So now if I look at Y1, I've got it. But that started before. Y2, I got nothing. This board is just wackadoo. Hey, I'll take a free second stage anytime. I'm gonna power this down, I'm gonna put this Y1 in place. All right, here we go. Because I'm not a psychopath, I'm gonna turn that label upside down. It's upside down because I put the control circuit at the bottom. Now, let's get the timer started. So now, when yellow gets energized, it's gonna hit this orange wire, which goes up here into this contactor. And is going to activate first stage. I don't know what the heck's going on with second stage, but let me get this panel flipped around while I'm waiting on the time delay. Blower pulled in. Now we wait on the cooling side. Theoretically, we will run when it pulls in. What? Look at beautiful mountains. And we stand here and we wait. Look at how, I mean, this thing has just been rigged beyond rigged. That shattered itself to death is what happened. With the power surges and that board not opening up the relay. Technician life. I feel like we're getting close. I'm cleaning up all this mess. Come on, baby. I mean, it may just blow up. You never know. That's why I thought I'd film it for you. Boom! Just the possibility does exist that the 24-volt transformer can't push that as well, but I don't think so. I don't think that's going to be a problem. I'm also curious to see if second stage just kicks on itself again. I taped off and marked those leads right there. Those are the two leads from the 24-volt control circuit, or the 240-volt control circuit that is dead because the relay won't close. But in theory, if that relay decides to start working, we're going to send 240 volts out those wires, and let's not do that. I knocked one of the terminals off the transformer earlier, so things were being weird. Now that I've straightened it back out and reset it, we started the timer again, but immediately the blower came on. I don't have 410 in my truck. I literally used the last of it and did not replace it. And that even crossed my mind earlier today. I'm like, oh, I gotta get more 410. And then this came in and it was like, run, dough. And I knew they were dealing with new units, so it wouldn't be a refrigerant issue. Murphy, man. So that unit's not waking up tonight. But we get this one running 2 stages. We get this one running, and we're right back where I believe we've been running for a while, which is one of those units was down because it's out of gas. Come on, Honeywell. Also a work order in from this place that's fresh today is the dining room ice machine is running high pressure cutout. Your dining room's also 85 degrees. So it doesn't have to be terribly dirty for the dining room ambient air to be screwing. It's a self-contained ice machine. It's not a remote. The back of house one's a remote. The front of house is self-contained. Come on, Honeywell. 2-stage cooling, my friend. 2-stage cooling. Look at them sweat. Shut her down. Let's go look at this ice machine. I just checked the coils and the filter, and they're not bad. They're a little dusty. They're not impacted. This was truly about the dining room being 80 degrees. Because already this dining room was pulled down to 72. You know, when the ambient was 80, it just couldn't reject heat. I'm gonna hang out and see that it makes a load of ice, but it's going to. Alrighty, there you go. Your 5-degree output in the kitchen.